Old Mexico. I walked alone.
Good evening, my lovelies. I'm Jo Carraway, and this is The Curtain on 1037 KYOJ, a show about mysteries, the great unknown, and stories of wonder. It's another glorious New Mexican evening, and I'm joined, as always, by my producer in work and in life, Kirk. Say hello, Kirk. Why haven't we gotten you a microphone yet? Add that to our mystery backlog. Speaking of which, this week we're closing the book on the mystery behind the possessed goat of Lake County, Illinois. If you remember, this was a goat that never slept, ate, or drank for 2 weeks, and twice the owner woke up in the middle of the night to find that same goat standing on the roof of her barn. Well, we got a letter from the owner, and apparently this goat escaped from its pen and jumped in front of a passing 18-wheeler. What do you think, Kirk? Was the goat fighting back against its possessor? Or was it just tired of it all? We may never know. Anyway, we've got a stimulating show for you tonight. We have a special guest joining us who says they have the answer as to why knowledge of the Antikythera mechanism was lost for centuries. But before that, we're taking your calls and your mysteries after this break.
Nie ma takiego numeru.
The pre-show entertainment is over and the curtain has risen, revealing our first segment, the Enigma Report. We're hearing your questions, your mysteries, and offering whatever investigative insight we have. Or I have. Kirk will just nod from behind the glass here. Our number is... That's... If you've stumbled upon something you don't understand, want to follow up on a previous mystery, or have a very good ghost story you want to share, we're here for you. Good evening to our first caller. You're on the air.
Hello there. I've got a sighting I'd like to report. 13th May, 5:28 p.m. I was driving home from work past Lorna Weaving's farm where she's got this tree line up on a ridge. And as I was approaching, I saw an 8 to 9 foot tall humanoid creature covered head to toe in hair walking into the forest, a group of Douglas firs, I believe. I stopped, pursued on foot, but could not find a trail in the fading light there.
You saw Bigfoot.
You said it, ma'am, not me.
You wouldn't happen to be the man from Wyoming that's been sending those letters in?
That's right.
Mr. Oliver of
Saratoga, that's right. Count of 1,876 people, and every one of them believe the same thing. That there is another mammal out there walking on 2 legs that is not man-made. Now, if that's not a sign from God that we need to stop everything and find these suckers, I don't know what to tell you. I surely don't.
You've been sending us letters.
12 so far, yes.
And you disagree with my previous assessment of quote-unquote the Bigfoot.
I do.
The assessment being, I believe it's people confusing bears for the missing link.
Reno, North Dakota, April 1962. Chatopa, Kansas, October 1978. Bazile Creek, Nebraska, March 1979. Columbia, Illinois, July 1991.
Sir, are you trying to hijack my show?
No, ma'am, I am not.
It sounded like you were talking over me. Did it sound like that to you, Kirk?
I was, just...
This is a wild show, but that doesn't mean we're going to have uncivil conversation here.
That was not my intention, ma'am.
Good. Now, what's the significance of all those dates and places you were talking about?
They were all Bigfoot sightings, or bears, as you'd call it, in states that have no bear population.
Oh, Kirk, what are you smiling about? Are you enjoying this call? I think Kirk's on your side, Oliver. I'm sorry, but I gotta say I'm still not convinced. If anything, what you just told me makes me even more sure.
How's that now?
Urban development and deforestation has just been skyrocketing for years, wouldn't you agree? I'm not just saying in those states, but all states, all over the world, and one of the things that happens as a result is destabilization of native populations. Now, in your case, a bear, which is native to Wyoming, I might add, could have been pushed into your area from, say, Canada, or Montana, or Idaho. It's been known to happen.
That's a better argument than I would have expected from the radio, but I just don't agree with you.
That's fine. I could be wrong. They're discovering new species in the rainforests every day. How about this for a compromise, then? Instead of me saying that Bigfoot's probably a bear, I'll change my recommendation to it's possibly a bear. Still room on both sides.
I'll take it.
Thanks for calling. Ease up on the letters. Ron from Riverside, California. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hi, Ron. What's your mystery?
Actually, it's not mine, it's my sister's. I'm calling for her.
Oh, is your sister okay with this? Calling us behind her back?
She's sick, but she listens to your show and wanted to say something.
Oh, I hope she feels better. What's her story then?
Right. So she works at the Riverside General Hospital. She's a nurse, and this woman came into the emergency room one night recently. Real sick looking, dizzy, and had tachycardia.
That's a faster than normal heart rate, Kirk.
Yeah. Anyway, they take her in and find out that she's also got cervical cancer, like late stage.
Uh-huh.
She's not doing too good, and they inject her with all these things I can't even pronounce, but nothing's working. Not only is it not working, but her heart's getting weaker, so they gotta shock her. Defibrillate, I mean.
Right, yeah.
The moment they shock this woman, her skin starts to, glisten. Like she was sweating goddamn Pam through her skin. Sorry about cursing.
Late night radio, it happens.
At the same time this is going on, my sister swears that she smelled something like garlic coming out of the woman's mouth. One of the other nurses was able to draw blood, and when they looked at, the syringe, they saw stuff inside.
Stuff?
Yeah, stuff. Do you want to talk to her?
Is your sister there?
Yeah.
She can talk if she wants. We won't judge if she's sick.
She doesn't think she's got a good radio voice.
Oh, all right. So what's this stuff she saw inside?
Like particles floating around?
Okay.
But listen to this. That nurse that drew the blood, right after they all noticed the particles or whatever, she faints.
Fainted? Like out cold?
They had to take her out of the room.
Oh my gosh.
And then another nurse started saying she was feeling lightheaded and all, and then she fainted.
Wow. Well, what about your sister?
She fainted right after that, right onto a chair. Guess how many people got sick that night?
10? 15?
23. And 5 of them were hospitalized.
What?
It was so bad, they took out all of the emergency patients into the parking lot.
23! Jeez, you hear that, Kirk? 23. Unbelievable. What was happening to the woman that came in during this? Was she, I don't know, laughing maniacally?
No, she was unconscious, I think. Yeah, she died later that night, kidney failure.
Oh. Well, what about the staff that got ill?
I think they're doing okay.
Gosh. Well, wait, so, what did all the doctors think happened?
They don't know. It's all under investigation, which is why we're calling you.
Oh, well, flattered, but I mean, I'm not a doctor. I just play one on radio. Okay, so it sounds like we've got 3 really weird phenomena happening here. Her body sweating oil, the stuff floating around in her blood, and everyone fainting.
And the garlic mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thinking about it for a sec, though. Well, I don't know. I could believe the woman just had a garlic-heavy diet.
Maybe.
I mean, garlic's one of those smells where you don't need a lot of it to smell it everywhere. Right, Kirk? So that leaves us with the oil, which came out when they shocked her.
That's right.
I mean, your body produces oils naturally, so it has to be a reaction, right? And we don't know what kind of life she was leading before then, so we don't have all the pieces. The blood, I'm inclined to say, was a dirty test tube.
I doubt it. They only hire clean freaks over there. Yeah, you are a clean freak.
I mean, even if we do say it's a dirty test tube, though, that still leaves people fainting. And I've got nothing there. Kirk? Anything? He says government nerve agent, but that's your answer to everything, honey. Anyway, look, I can't offer you any answers tonight, but we'll ruminate on this, as will our listeners. Maybe someone will call in with a theory, but feel free to call us back in the future if you or your sister learn anything else.
My sister says cool. Thanks.
Anytime. In the meantime, stay away from oily people. Next caller, you're on the air. Don't tell me. Connor, is that you?
Hey, it's me. I found another one.
You did, didn't you? Where's this one from?
Hard to say, but if I had to make a guess, I'd put her around Eastern Germany.
Does she say anything other than numbers?
If she did, I wouldn't know. I don't speak German. Sounds nonplussed, though.
Right. For our newer listeners, Connor here has maintained an ongoing investigation into these spooky radio stations that broadcast numbers. And I'm not talking about the latest baseball scores. Why don't you give us a little context, Connor?
Sure. Well, number stations are what they're being called in unofficial contexts, even though they don't just broadcast numbers. Some of them do, but others are just tones, like Morse code or phase shift keying. The goal here is that you have a set of data or instructions that are broadcasting code, and then whoever's supposed to be listening has the key that's able to decrypt it.
And who do you think would be sending out these codes in the first place?
Well, governments, obviously.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you here, but I'm living proof that someone with zero experience can start up a radio station. You need the money and the time.
But you're not going to be learning about how to make codes that are designed to be read by one person.
Well, I mean, I could, or I could just pay someone who did know.
What's your point?
My point is that who else besides the government would have the need and the money to transmit secret info to a small amount of people?
Wall Street traders?
Not what I was thinking, but sure, I'd go with that too. I was more thinking of the mob, gun smugglers, or your upstart revolutionaries,
Well, that did happen. A couple of years ago, this Russian station sprouted up out of nowhere and started broadcasting, and within a week, there was an attempted coup on the USSR.
Oh!
We don't know for sure that they're connected, but, do you know who was doing the cooing?
Who?
Hardline members of the Communist Party in the government.
Okay, I think we're getting a little into the weeds here.
I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying, thanks for calling, Connor. Always glad to have you on. And feel free to update us again when you tune into another station.
Will do.
Good evening, Harry from Baltimore, and welcome to Joe's Mystery Emporium. How can I help?
Yeah. Hi. It's my wife. She's gone.
I'm sorry, sir, but if this is a police matter, you should really be talking to them.
I was in bed, asleep, and I woke up and turned over, and
Sir, you should really...
clothes were still on the floor, and didn't hear anything except the air conditioning, so I walked down the stairs, and she was sleeping on the couch.
What?
She's gone, never to return.
What are you...
She's giving me the cold turkey, man. Baby.
Sorry about that, folks. Forgot to take the trash out. We've got Helen from Fort Lauderdale, Florida on the line. Good evening. You're on the Mystery/Marriage Counseling Radio Network.
Yeah, hi. I don't know if you can help me with this, but I don't really understand it myself.
It's been a weird night already, so you're in good company, I assure you.
Okay, so I'm the first homeowner in this new subdivision they've built. They're building other houses, but I knew the developer, and they were able to get me in early.
Sounds like a sweet deal.
Right? Well, I've been here for 2 months, and about a week in, I was eating dinner, and I noticed these lights in one of the houses across the street.
Lights? Helen?
Yeah, sorry. I can't stop checking,
The lights?
Yeah, these weird, pulsing lights.
They're not kids from another neighborhood messing around?
No, I've watched, and nobody comes near them other than the workers during the day.
Huh, interesting.
I even had my friend who's a bouncer come over one time, and we went over when the lights came on, and we found nothing.
Are there lights in the house right now?
There wasn't when... Oh my God.
Helen?
Oh my God, now 2 houses have them.
Okay, take a breath, Helen.
Hang on, I'm going to make sure my doors are locked.
Go for it. How are you feeling about this one, Kirk? Faulty wiring. You're being funny. I bet you're right. How many doors can a person have? Helen? Kirk, is that on our end or hers? Helen?
Okay, I'm set. And the lights are gone.
Did you hear that noise?
What noise?
The crazy static monster.
No, there's just this...
Okay, that's enough call-ins for now. We're gonna hear from some sponsors, and I'm gonna drink an expensive bottle of whatever's in my cabinet.
The 90s has seen an increase in countless threats to your home. Flooding, rats, solicitations, you name it. Only one store can help you. Smitty's Door Jam Market. Our staff of certified experts will help you choose from over 20 Door Jam brands. We can fit any house for any threat, and that's the Smitty guarantee. Your first consult is always free, and remember, every Tuesday is Jam Day at Smitty's, where every sale comes with a free jar of strawberry, raspberry, or peach jam. Go to 307 West Marcy Street, Santa Fe, or call to schedule a consult today. Smitty's Door Jam Market, that's right.
Down the street.